So I'm going to say it loud and I'm going to say it proud. Welcome to the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting! We'll teach them. The past 2 weeks, we featured some truly amazing, mind-blowing local food truck talent. And today, we conclude by bringing in two very special guests. We welcome to our Expresso kitchen, the kitchen executive chef and owner of Sushi Fundi, Marouane Christians. That's just one of the hats that he wears, along with his sous chef and co-owner, Adnan Varen. Gentlemen, a very, very good morning. Welcome to it. And we're going to start with a famous Fundi roses, then we're going to make some rainbow supremes, and then lastly, a surprise roll. And if you've got any questions for these geniuses, let us know. You can hit us up on any of our social media platforms or drop us a WhatsApp voice note, 063-408-8863. Yo, he is flying with that precision. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Absolutely love where you are coming from with this, because we don't see a lot of South African chefs really taking ownership of the sushi space. So how did you find yourself into in this particular kind of passion or calling, if you will?
So it all started off, I wanted to be a chef, and then I worked in various brands as a chef, but not as a sushi chef.
Okay.
And then I eventually grew fond of sushi. And then during COVID, I started my own business.
Aha, yeah. It's funny, that's a common thread today, hey? What COVID gave us.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. Well, congratulations for backing yourself, because clearly the rewards are coming. And we were joking about this not being your main calling or business at the moment, but I think it's taking over very fast. Adnan, thank you so much for joining us. He does have a microphone on. Give me a little bit of background into your passion for sushi as well. What is it about this, I'm going to say, art form that got you so passionate and attracted you to it?
Well, I never grew up being a chef. I only started once he started the business.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I was more in a different hospitality industry. And then during COVID, I lost my job. And then I just started working with him, and I just made sushi my passion.
That's crazy. Well, thank you for doing it, because you guys have unlocked the next level sushi. So that being said, what are you doing here? Talk us through the first creation and how you kind of selected for today's menu.
Okay, so I have two types of roses here.
Okay.
So you have the one that is your normal salmon roses with mayonnaise and the caviar on top.
For sure.
And then we have something called the Fundi roses.
Okay.
So the Fundi roses is basically, instead of mayonnaise and caviar on top, we have like a creamy prawn mixture on top.
Ooh.
So that just gives a different feel and a different taste to salmon roses.
I love that. It kind of feels like in this space, there's been so much creativity. Coming up with something new or being creative and kind of pushing the boat out must make you a little bit nervous when you're playing in the sushi space, because we're talking about traditions that are hundreds of years old, probably thousands of years old here, let's be honest.
Yes.
How do you go about kind of coming up with your creations? Where does the creativity come from?
Okay, so it all started when I studied through WPDI, which is organization funded by Forest Whitaker.
Oh, wow.
I studied business through them, and then they taught me a lot, like in ways where we have to be creative, and something called like you create a demand. So what I done is I created the recipe, and then I looked at the clientele and what the clientele wants, basically. And then that's how I created my recipe every time, and then modified it. So my menu actually changed like about 4 times before I had a set menu. So I would get customers' feedback on what they like, what they don't like, what I should change. And basically I changed my menu according to the way the customer wants it.
I love that, and I would imagine people have gotten hold of that and they absolutely love it.
Yes, yes.
I'm looking at the way you are doing this with such ease, and I know it's a very, very practiced hand. Before we introduce the prawn element, can I try my hand at just one of these guys? Because I love the fact that you are doing this with such precision, but you make it look simple, dude.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is...
Don't laugh nervously like that.
so normally people make salmon roses. They just make the ball of rice in their hand, and then they roll it into the slice of salmon and avo. So what I like to do is I like consistency throughout the recipe. So I use the bamboo mat.
Okay, and that's how you get that nice uniform shape.
each bowl of rice the same size.
Oh, beautiful.
So,
okay, so I'm going to give it a crack here.
Okay, so I'm going to do one on the side and you can do one on that side.
Thank you.
Just follow each other.
And I love it because I do, as much as I'm allergic to shellfish, I love my fish. I love
okay, so
fresh.
what you want
You're
to
going
do
to start
is,
from that side.
I find a better way. Normally people roll from this side, but the easier way you put it in the center, so the rice will hold the evo down.
Okay.
You flip it over, covering the ball. Right, so once it's on that side, you hold this finger there, and you just keep rolling.
And then you go.
And it's easier.
Oh, look
and
at
it will
that.
be tight. So what you do is you take this finger and you hold it on the end.
Okay.
Right, on the cutting board.
There we go.
Right, one end, and you just dab your finger down. It will push the evo up, giving the evo showing the texture there.
Ta-da! Well, perfect is a strong term, but I think it's not bad.
That is nice.
It's not bad for a first step, but
you can give it another
I'm going to give it another crack there as well. I love that. So, who's the crazy chef in this little duo here? Because it must get crazy when you're kind of
depends on your definition of crazy.
I think all chefs maybe are a little bit crazy.
Yeah, so I have my moments.
He's the brains and I'm the hands.
Oh, really? I like that. I like it.
Dan is my right hand. I'm the Gordon Ramsay out there. And he's the one that takes it from there.
Wow. Okay, these are looking good, man.
Yes.
Oh, dude.
I need to come for this.
The one you made is better than the second one.
I think you're just being kind, dude. I think you're just being kind. I love it.
So it's easier to roll once it's in the center and you cover it first, and then it's easier to roll.
Oh, I hope you have a little notepad out and are taking notes, because these are absolute gems. If you love making sushi at home, you can create spectacular results with these little hacks there. Okay, I'm going to let you take over and finish off the prawn section. This says to me that you guys must have had to earn your stripes to get creative and start playing around in the sushi space. I mean, there have been some big names who have come. There's a lot of pressure and a lot of expectation. How do you know you're ready to start playing like this with your sushi? So, did it happen in a moment? Was there a Japanese connection? How do you know?
So I've been making sushi now for about 14 years.
Sure.
For 14 years, and over the period of time, so I was part of the creation of Pick and Pay Sushi Menu, Ocean Basket Checkers, Life and Brand Portfolio, so Harbour House, all those other brands. And then during the years of growing within those companies, I've been creating recipes. And like I told you in the beginning, it's all about asking the customers what do they want. So we'd get customer complaints, they don't like the rice is too much, and then change the recipe, bring the rice down, like that. It's all about the guest out there, what they want, so create a demand.
And I know you've cast a very wide net now across the country, and you're going global, but could we say that you've kind of created a South African sushi?
Yeah.
Hey?
Yes,
it's, you know, 14 years track record in the space kind of speaks to taking an ownership of a particular style. I love it. We're not purists on this show. We are here for creativity, and when it comes out like this, it is amazing. Absolutely amazing to see the genius come to bear. If you have any questions relating to sushi, or I think the foodie world in general, food trucks, and how to get the business going in that space, let us know. We've got these geniuses here for the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ding, ding, ding! For the next 2.5 hours. Stick around. Wow, look at that.
Awesome.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on S3. And you're just in time because it's another installment of the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting. Oh, our ting-ting-tings need more coffee, that's for sure. Well, we have the owners of Sushi Fundi, Marwan and Adnan. They're joining us today for our food truck takeover. Now, prepare your taste buds for a culinary journey like no other. The chefs will be preparing a salmon and avocado roll topped with a creamy prawn mix and garnished with their special teriyaki sauce. This is unbelievable when it comes to watching you build and put the sushi together. But chef, when it comes to cooking the perfect texture for rice, I know sushi rice is a little bit different to your normal rice.
Yes.
What is the right consistency or the trick to getting it nice and sticky?
So the trick to, so not a lot of people know that the sushi rice, it's mixed with, so we cook the sushi rice, we first soak it for about a few minutes. And then when we cook it, it cooks about for like 45 minutes in the rice cooker. You can't cook sushi rice on a normal pot, on a normal gas stove.
Okay.
Use a special pot for it. Once it's done cooking, we have a vinegar mixer. So the vinegar mixer is what makes the sushi rice sticky.
Okay.
So the vinegar mixer has sugar, salt, and rice vinegar inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now talk to us what you've done here. You've added some rice to the seaweed.
Yes. So we have a nori sheet here, right? That's seaweed. I added some sushi rice to it. As you can see on the nori sheet, there's a shiny side and a rough side. We always put the rice on the rough side so it can grip better. So when you're rolling, it's not falling off.
Okay.
Okay, so you can also give it a try.
I'd love to. Okay.
Okay, so what you want to do is you want to just the tip of your fingers, all right, inside there, and then you just want to rub it on the other side of your fingers, and then that is to grab the rice. Because the rice is sticky, we just wet our tips of our fingers and we put it on.
Okay. Yeah. How much rice is appropriate?
So basically to cover the whole seaweed.
Okay. So I will do that while Chef,
I'll just continue with
you're going to continue. So we've put down some beautiful salmon. Of course, this is what we are creating, right? That is our finished product. Yes. So you want the layers to be defined.
Yeah.
How often do you get to explore with sushi recipes, or do you kind of stick to the traditional sushi that's already existing?
So like I'm going to explain, this is called the Rainbow Supreme. So you get something called a normal rainbow roll, which is this one over here. So that's the normal rainbow roll, which has salmon and avo inside, salmon and avo on top. So what I've done is I changed the rainbow roll into my own Fundi rainbow roll, basically.
Okay.
Because I like to have my own signature dishes. So as my customers love the prawn mixture, I took the rainbow roll and I added the prawn mixture on top with the teriyaki sauce.
Okay.
So basically, I'm exploring it all the time.
Okay.
All the time.
Well, that's fantastic. So how often do you prefer feedback from your clients? Do you prefer from
Yes,
your...
I do.
And they must say, you know what, I really love that sauce, or can you add more of that?
Yeah, so when we're interacting in the food truck, I always like to get feedback from the customers. Look here, pop us a message on IG or TikTok or anywhere, just to tell us how was your experience at Sushi Fundi. As you know, like the market is big out there, so there's a lot of sushi places. So I like to take feedback from the customers and then alter it to the way they love it so that they can come back to me instead of other places.
Fantastic. See, that's the best of being a businessman. So, okay, I need to still finish up with getting the rice all over my rice paper.
All right, cool.
Well, not rice paper, my seaweed.
Okay, so basically with the... Can I jump in?
Yes, please.
So with this, you've done an amazing job. The only thing is you want to spread, the seaweed must be covered with rice.
Completely?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the amount of rice that you put on is nice.
So it is the right amount, not too much, not too little.
Amount. I'm just going to spread the amount that you have to cover the seaweed.
Okay.
Basically. There we go.
Fantastic.
Okay. So you're going to flip it around.
Okay. This is the first time I'm learning how to make sushi.
Okay. So I'm going to cut your filling inside. So with the filling that goes inside, I like to have consistency throughout the roll. So as you can see, it's the same height.
Okay.
The salmon is the same height throughout the roll.
So it's ideal if you're a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to making sushi.
Yes, very much, very much.
Okay.
So I'm going to put the avo in, and then you can just finish off by rolling it close.
Okay.
So
is it possible to roll it without one of those little mats?
You can, yes, but you won't get the consistency throughout the roll.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you can see, I'm cutting the avo in an angle. So the one side is thicker than the other side. So what this does is, once you roll your sushi roll, the avo slides under the fish and it closes the cap, so that, as you see other places, when you pick up the sushi, it's falling apart. So that prevents that, so it makes the roll tighter. Okay.
Okay. So now, Chef, we've got all our ingredients in.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to, because I have one mat, I'm going to roll this one. I'm going to explain, and then you can roll that one.
Okay.
So what you want to do with the bamboo mat, that's called a bamboo mat. You cannot make sushi without the bamboo mat. You can, but it's not going to look nice.
Okay.
Okay, so the bamboo mat basically finishes it off. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your index finger, and then you're going to put it in there. Right, just hold the filling. Okay. You're going to have it about one finger away from
the edge.
From the edge, yeah. You're going to roll it, and you're going to flip your mat on that side of your salmon. Once you have that, you just tuck it in. Make sure you hold this finger here. Do not move this finger. You lift up there, and you push forward.
Okay.
And then your roll is done.
Oh, look at that. Okay, this is pressure. You just give it a...
You can do that one, and then I'll just finish that off.
Okay, so let's see if I listened well. So it needs to be about a finger away.
Finger away.
We're going to go in with tucking...
Yes, that there. And then you bring this over to the salmon on that side. So
and then
tuck in at the bottom.
Tuck it in.
You hold your one finger there.
One finger there.
You lift this up, and then you just slide forward.
Just slide forward.
There we go.
There we go.
Just
ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
I made sushi.
Let's see it.
Let's see what it looks like.
Oh, done.
Ah,
nice
look at that. Nice and tight. Okay. Oh, fantastic.
So
and we'll just like...
I'll show you how to finish it off.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to hold the edge of the roll with the side, and you're going to just
Push it.
Push it forward. So you can see that makes now a square and that side is still around.
Okay.
And then you want to do it that side as well. And then...
And then you're good to go to just cut it into...
Yes.
Into 8.
So what you want to do is you want to slide your 2 fingers down and this one you're going to press on top. So this 2 stays on the cutting board throughout.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay. I'm so happy I got my...
I'm just going to finish this one.
Sushi lesson. If you perhaps have any questions for Marwan or Adnan, let us know. Our WhatsApp line is open. This is the point of the Culinary Hotline. If you have any conundrums, perhaps you've tried making sushi yourself, or even the rice, and the chefs are here to answer those questions. So feel free to send us a WhatsApp on 063 408 8863. We will be back with our chefs a little bit later.
Thank you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And speaking of phenomenal, we're going to keep that going right now. We've got phenomenal entertainers right here, phenomenal chefs, and we're going to do something phenomenal. We're talking about sushi. Back in the kitchen right now for one last section of the Culinary Hotline Bling. And of course, we are going to be diving into another little bit of entertainment with Luna Page in a bit. So Mzansi, you've got a lot to look forward to on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Don't go anywhere. We might have a little bit of a taste just before we get into anything else. So, Michaela, you hungry?
Oh, yes,
Any choices right now?
Definitely the deep fried.
You can go for it right now if you want to.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we're gonna have a
Okay,
quick little
let's
taster
go.
before we show you just how we're gonna make all this magic. Obviously, Marwan and Adnan are standing by, but we have to honor our guests here on your Feel Good
Yes.
Breakfast show.
Can I go
You
first?
said it was your favorite. Tuck away, enjoy. And the face says it all. Clearly, we've got some winning dishes right here. So, Mzansi, don't go anywhere. We're going to be showing you just how to prepare all this magic in just a bit. Oh, it's going to be good. Is that a win?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back to another and the final installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ching, ching, ching! I'm so excited for this one. I've been dying to see all the incredibleness that's been happening in the kitchen. And obviously, for the past 2 weeks, I think, we've been featuring some amazing local food trucks. And today, we conclude by bringing in our 2 special guests, which you've seen throughout the morning. We have executive chef and owner of Sushi Fundi. We've got Marwan Christians, along with sous chef and co-owner Adnan Farind. And we've got the very special Michaela Matthys here, just because she loves sushi that much, and she's done such a stellar job on the show that we had to reward her and maybe just put it to work a little bit, right?
Oh, I don't
so, Marwan, I'm just going to say again, thank you for what you've done already on the show. Wow, everybody in the studio is just salivating at what you've created. The color, everything about it, it just looks so inviting. But it doesn't stop there, and I know a lot of people also don't necessarily like raw sushi, so you've got an option for us when it comes to that first, right?
Yeah.
Putting
I
two
do
more
got
things,
option.
2 more things together, what we're working on first?
So we're all going to work on the surprise roll.
Okay.
So I'm going to make a surprise roll prawn for you guys and then a surprise roll salmon for you.
Surprise rolls, or what's the surprise exactly, bro?
It's a surprise.
Okay, well played.
So it's a surprise roll. Basically, it's a normal roll with your salmon and avo inside with your cream cheese. But on top, I have my own mixture. So if you choose a salmon surprise, I have a salmon mixture for you that I'm putting on top. If you choose a prawn surprise, I have a prawn mixture that I'm putting on top.
Oh, nice. And I know anything that's been created by you is going to be absolutely exceptional. So that you could call like the cherry on the top,
Yes,
for lack of a better word, when it
definitely.
comes to the sushi. Now, I know so many people, after watching the show right now, are dying to want to get more of your creations, more of what you and Adnan are doing with regards to the flavors you're bringing together. Where else, and what can we expect from you in the future? I mean, where else is there an opportunity to maybe get more of you? Is there one?
Yes, there is one coming up. I am starting, I'm going to talk about it. In this month, I am starting a dark kitchen.
A dark kitchen?
Yeah,
What is that?
so I call it a dark kitchen because it's hidden. So
Okay.
you can't really go there and order anything from Sushi Fundi. You have to go, it will be on all delivery apps like Uber Eats, Mr. D.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I'll
So
be
you're
thinking-
bringing the magic to
Exactly,
the people.
yes,
I
yes.
love that. And
So-
more people adds that, because that means without it being an actually functional restaurant, it means you can actually put out more orders. It means more people get
Yes,
to get
exactly,
the
yeah.
magic. I see Michaela's probably smiling by that because she's planning a
Cannot wait.
couple girls' nights.
So yeah, that's happening for sure.
Is that something that, I know we joke about the fact that you love sushi, but
Yeah.
is it a real love? Is it something that you often find yourself using as like a celebratory meal maybe?
Well, Well, I love deep fried sushi. I'm not a fan of raw sushi, anything raw. So the surprise really is very exciting for me. But I'm just a foodie in general. I love cooking, I love baking. So anything in the kitchen, it's like one of my passions as well.
I'm glad you said that, especially because I do love raw sushi and you love fried. So this is like the best of both worlds, getting to be, I think, ticking the box when it comes to what we want in taste, sensations and experiences. So we'll get into the fried version, which I think you're going to absolutely love. Excited there, but while we're sticking to the raw version right now, it really seems so simple, man. You make it look so easy. I've seen people like really struggle with getting that like consistency in the rice, especially getting it to stick together. Any little tips if we are trying to do this our own?
So when you work with the rice, keep your hands wet.
Okay.
So the rice doesn't stick. And then basically, like, so this mat does the trick. So when you're rolling, you just want to have roll it as tight as possible.
Okay.
So when you're cutting, it's not going to break. Number one. Number two, when you're using the knife, you want to dip the tip of the knife into the water. And as you can see, if you lift it up, the water's running on the edge of the knife. So when you're cutting, it's not pulling the rice because the rice is sticky. It's actually going to glide through.
Absolutely incredible. Is this your knife, by the way, as well?
Yes, this is
It looks
one
like
of
it
my
was
babies.
like crafted with thicky layers of Japanese
yes.
folding techniques. It looks like a sword of some sorts. This is something you carry with you wherever you go, right?
Yeah, this one and that one is my baby. Yeah.
All right. So it looks like we pretty much.
This mat I have now for 14 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
been with me
okay, so
forever.
it's not, okay, there's like history behind this.
Yes.
I can't even think about the incredible creations that I've had. We've got so many comments also coming through right now. We just finished off on the raw sushi roll that we just made. But Gary Ocamp has a message that he's just said, do you ever season sushi? I noticed when making it, no salt or pepper is added. Gary Ocamp coming through the question there. That's a good note, actually. I realized that too. What's the reason behind that?
So like I always tell people, so the reason why kids love sushi most of the time, like my daughter can eat like 12 pieces now straight. So anyway, kids love sushi and other people, well, mainly people in general love sushi because in one bite there's about 11 different flavors. So that's why we don't season it. So there's 11 different flavors because you're tasting the seaweed, you're tasting the rice that has the vinegar, the sugar, and the salt in. Then you're tasting the avo texture and the protein that you want inside.
Wow. Okay.
And then the sesame seeds and then still your sauce. So there's a whole lot of flavors. So your taste buds is always confused and that's why you want more.
And the magic is laid in all the ingredients itself. You don't need to do anything more than that. What I think we do need to do now, though, is dive into the world of deep fried because Michaela's looking hungry. She's salivating over there. She can't wait any longer.
I'm just going to finish this roll.
Yes. All right, so we're just finishing this last roll over here right now that Marwan is completing. But on Adnan's side over there, he's waiting there diligently to showcase. And I think he's going to maybe teach Michaela how to put this one together.
So.
Let's hope so. So we're going to put her to the test. She's got a lot of talents. Let's see if she's got this one.
Yeah, so with the teaching part, as you mentioned, I am diving into giving classes, so you can call me up and then I will, within the comfort of your own home.
Oh, wow.
So if you're a bunch of people and you want to do it at home, some entertainment, have your wine, we do your sushi, and then I will teach you guys
I hope
how
you
to
heard
make
that.
sushi.
So reach out to Marwan and Adnan. They will be able to come to your doorstep, teach you how to make sushi, instruct you on the entire process, and that will allow you to show off with your guests once you've been educated by these pros over here. So this looks incredible, looks delicious. We still got a little bit of time, so let's rush over to our deep fried section. But, oh, I just got to admire the technique here one last time as Marwan finishes this. Ah, man, it's like an artist just doing his thing in his flow state. Well played, man. Well done.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to give you the opportunity quickly to cut it and then she can fry it.
Okay. So I'm cutting this. Oh, is this moving over to the fried section?
Yes.
Ah,
so
okay.
I'm just going to cut it in half. So what I'm going to show you your 2 fingers. In the center, so you find your center first. All right? You want to slide the knife in and then forward down.
Ah,
so basically
I got you.
forward down.
I got you.
So in the rice a little and then forward down.
And forward down.
Straight cut.
Yeah. Okay, let me try that again. So we got this side over here. Just get it in the rice a little bit. You've got that 2 finger.
water.
Make sure we use the water.
There we go. So you can just lift the knife up so it can.
Runs
There
down.
we go. With your center.
And got the center, I think.
There we go. Forward down. There we go.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of pressure. I can't handle this anymore. Michaela, I'm going to hand it over to you. Let's go to the deep fried side and let's start that journey up because so many people love deep fried sushi. They can't resist it. How are we doing this one here? Adnan, what you got for us?
Okay.
You know talk? I'll explain. Okay, cool. So basically you have your batter and your panko breadcrumbs.
Okay.
So in the batter you have your tempura flour mixed with soda water. Soda water just puffs it up.
Oh,
nice, it keeps it
interesting.
crispy. Yeah? So when we're frying, you always want to keep one hand dry for the breadcrumbs, and you want to keep one hand into the batter. You never mix
They
them
don't
both.
mix up
Yeah.
together. Okay.
Then you don't get that
Messy,
exactly,
sticky
yes.
situation. That
And then
makes sense.
your fryer at 170, 180.
that
So you're going to put into the fryer with your dry hand.
Okay,
So that the batter doesn't fall into the fryer as well. And then, yeah,
Kelly, when you're paying attention to that, you've got to make sure you
100%.
you can
keep a
just bring
dry
it
hand.
closer and then you can just flip it
Yeah,
over.
it's like frying a chicken fillet,
There we go.
basically.
There we go.
Ah. And
And
she
then you
did.
can use this hand to
Okay,
just
this
no, the
one?
other hand.
That
and
one?
just
Dry hand, got
dry
it.
hand always.
Okay, the
Okay.
foodie skills coming
There
through
you
here. You
go.
won't like
That's
it.
very-
That's
Get
a
it?
very good tip,
Get it?
right? Like because
And-
you don't want to mess your fryer up.
I've often, and not in the world of sushi, but in the world of like just chicken, trying to
Exactly,
crumb
yes.
chicken. I've been in that
Yeah.
situation, and man, that tip is so vital. I love it. I love it. I love it. So it's pretty much as simple as that, right? You're done with that. That goes into the deep fry. How long do you kind of fry
So,
this
so
for?
basically
Tell
it's
me
just
it's
until
done.
golden brown. So
Okay.
because the roll is it's already constructed already, you don't need to fry anything inside. You basically just want to fry the batter and the crumbs.
so we just
And
do
for all the tempura
same thing,
lovers, they like tempura prawns being deep fried, so we're going to give that one also a try.
Okay, so as you can see from what's already been created, there is a version that has already been deep fried, and you
Same
can see
concept.
that deep
you can
fried
just use four.
prawn, panko prawn on top of the sushi.
Yes.
And wow, guys, you have created
Four is
an
fine.
absolute festival of flavor, a creation that looks beautiful. The color is just profound, and I want to say thank you again for
so
coming
much.
through. Marwan, Adnan, you guys are doing the most, and I'm so excited to see this journey continue as you open up your dark kitchen.
Thank you so much.
And you start educating people at their homes. Again, a Mzansi reminder to you, reach out to these gents if you want to encourage this world. And we're going to be diving into some taste tests in just a bit. For now, though, let's get our fry on. And thank you, thank you, thank you. That's a successful edition of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Well played,
so
guys. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.